Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Gus. I am really excited about actually creating my first video here to post on YouTube, and this is my best shot at trying to make a significant impact on society with something that I think is going to be really cool if I'm able to bring to market. And in a way, like it's a I have a little bit of a butterfly in the stomach to like talk to you about this, just because like I am so passionate about this that I'm gonna show you, that I'm really hoping that the idea will just not die in my mind, or my hopes, to turn this into a reality. So a little bit about me. I am a passionate kite surfer. I am a dad. I am a product manager. That's what I do for a living. And at this time in my life, I'm trying to work on something that I feel will have a significant impact on people. And what I am talking about is kite surfing. So I have a big passion for kite surfing because it has transformed the way I see life, the way I experience life. And my story goes something like this, and as to why I am trying to do this project, right? There are two main stories, of which both of them are true and they happened to me. I'm going to tell you about one today, which is why I'm so passionate about kite surfing. So my dad and I started learning how to kite surf together, and this goes back maybe 10, well, maybe a little over 10, yeah, it's a little over 10 years now. And him and I were like learning at the same time. And then one day we, learned and whatnot, and then we were just like kite surfing together on the beach, and we crossed paths. And like my dad and I like stretched our arms, and like we just kind of shook hand on water. And then when we got to the shore, my dad tells me, "Bro, that was so cool." I was like, "The hell?" Like, my dad's calling me a bro. Like, okay, that sounds cool. Sounds fun. To me, you know, what I took from that was like, listen, the relationship went to a level that wasn't there before, and that was perhaps like mostly possible because of the sport, and that enabled me to have a better bond with my dad, and just to build a stronger relationship with him. But I think that the same is perhaps like true for other people too, and I would love if the sport could enable more moments like that between families, between friendship, like friends, and perhaps like just between yourself. Uh, you know, Kite surfing enables you to connect with nature in ways that you perhaps never thought you would. And because of that, because of the story that is true and happened to me. And you can go to my Instagram, like I have the same story posted there too. Like I am not BSing anyone. And because of that, I am on a mission to make this sport easier to learn. And for me, it's personal, and I am trying really hard. I don't have money to burn on advertising, so I'm doing as much as I can with what I have, and this is one of those ways. What I'm trying to do, guys, is I am basically creating a kite surfing simulation system that will allow people to experience kite surfing on an indoor environment. And the reason why I'm trying to do this is because I did a bunch of research to figure out like statistically how many people are learning how to kite surf, and figure out the reasons why people are not learning how to kite surf, so that I could try to gauge as to how much of an impact a system like this could actually make. If it was little, I wouldn't perhaps pursue it. I probably would still, just for the sake of it, because I like it so much. But it's actually very significant. In fact, like 9 of 10 people give up learning how to kite surf, and there are various reasons. One, it's like location. Kite surfing is location dependent. At least like traditionally, people who learn about the sport, most of the time people learn about the sport at the beach, and oftentimes people who learn about the sport at the beach, they're either on vacation or they're just like there for the weekend and they see it, they think it's fun, and it really is. But in order for them to learn, they perhaps like have to travel. It sometimes it can get costly because it's wind dependent as well. There will be times when people will go to the beach to actually try to learn, even despite them checking the forecast, and the forecast said that there was wind. There can be times when you get there and unfortunately the wind isn't there, or it's not enough, or it's too much. So for one reason or another, there will be times when you won't be able to actually practice the sport or practice the lessons, whichever one you're trying to do. And because of that, it gets a little expensive, right? So it can, like, you have to perhaps like, depending where you're going, is you gotta buy a plane ticket, you gotta rent the gear, you gotta take the gear with you. It becomes, in some ways, it can become a logistical issue as well. And so I am not by all means trying to introduce a simulator thinking that I will replace reality, because I just know it won't. And that's not my goal. My goal is not to replace reality at all, because it won't be as pleasant. You won't have as much pleasure kite surfing in a simulation system than you would in real life. Okay, so, and I realize this, but what I'm trying to basically do with a simulator is break the barriers to entry so that more people, once they have a taste of what kite surfing is like, they will have more reasons to really want to try it. And honestly, there will be people that, unfortunately, the virtual will be their reality, just because there are people out there who unfortunately have disability issues, and they perhaps just won't be able to do it in real life. And so the virtual reality system will be their reality just because of these limitations that unfortunately some people have. And we can literally transform lives, not just for anyone, really for anyone. Whoever is interested in learning what kite surfing is all about, I think that what we're looking to bring to market is something that will allow this to happen. And I would be extremely happy if you on the other side of the screen could help me. I would. This like literally means the world to me. Like, we live on average 72 years, at least here in the United States, and I'm kind of halfway there, and I'm trying to have the remaining, for the rest of my life, I'm trying to do something that I can leave behind, so that the day that I'm gone, there's still something that's of good left behind, and people perhaps are still enjoying this sport, and that's it, guys. I'm gonna play my video here that's on my screen that I'm sharing, but I would just highly recommend that you actually just check out the WeFunder page. It's wefunder.com/kitesurfing.technologies. Right now, we are at the time that you can see here now, we are on what's called the test the waters phase, which basically means that just trying to gauge interest in what we're trying to do, so that if the campaign reaches a level of 50,000, then basically WeFunder will move on to the next phase, which is what they call they will file for Form C, which will then open up the campaign to more people to invest on. So if you get on this right now, you will get really good perks, because you actually get it at a 20% discount rate of what the valuation is at the moment. So like, you're going to be getting, you're not just giving me money for the sake of giving me money, you're actually getting shares of the company. So the type of fundraising that we're doing, it's what's called equity crowdfunding. And on equity crowdfunding, you're essentially getting shares of the company. So I'm doing my best to make sure that this is successful. I hope that you can see that on our website, on the quality of the video. A lot of time and effort was spent on this, and I did not want to leave a single detail out, and just think that I didn't try my best. I am here trying my best, and I hope that you can see it. So let me just play this video now. And if you can't help financially, it's fine. If you can share, that on its own would be extremely appreciative. If you know someone that perhaps like is on a financial situation where you feel that they can't support us, again, I will be forever thankful. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. This is a life mission for us. Thank you so much.
Honestly, kitesurfing is a fantastic sport, and it makes life so much better. And everyone who wishes to try the sport should have a fair shot at experiencing why it's so thrilling. Hi, my name is Gustavo, and I'm the founder and CEO of Kitesurf Technologies. We have something exciting to share with you, so please stick around for the next 2 minutes. This project is a life mission for us. Kitesurf Technologies exists to make kitesurfing a more accessible sport for everyone. As exciting as kitesurfing is, 9 out of 10 people give up learning due to logistical, psychological, and financial barriers. But that's where Kitesurf Technologies comes in. We want to fix that. We are creating a state-of-the-art simulation system that allows users to experience kitesurfing indoors with safety, anytime, anywhere. With our simulator, users will be able to see, hear, and feel what it's like to be moved by the wind. And we're not just talking about a visual experience. We're talking about an immersive one. The demand for kitesurfing is rising, with interest in kitesurfing gear alone increasing at 6.7%. Even better, we expect this increase to see a substantial jump in 2024 when kitesurfing becomes an official Olympic sport. Can you imagine how many more people will be looking for kitesurfing lessons all over the world after this significant event? And the demand will come from all regions, not just the coastal areas where most people learn about the sport today, which puts our simulator in a perfect position to support the demand given its mobility nature. We are a team of skilled, passionate, and dedicated individuals with experience in robotics, gaming, software development, marketing, and especially kitesurf instructions. We are committed to deliver the best kitesurf simulation experience to those who wish to try it, including those with special needs. We're choosing to crowdfund because we believe in the power of community support. Kitesurfing is best when enjoyed with others, and we want to bring that way of thinking to our company by allowing the crowd to invest in us. So, I'm very excited to invite you to be a part of Kitesurf Technologies. Be part of something that we believe has an extraordinary and significant impact on society, and potentially enjoy some of the upside. We hope you can join us on this journey to help others see, hear, and feel what kitesurfing is all about. Thank you for your contribution, and especially your time, because time is a precious commodity that you should spend on something that makes you happy. Take care.
Alright guys, so that's it. This is our equity crowdfunding video. Like I said, we're trying our best to make this happen. I can only do this with people's help. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about our website. So on our website, again, kitesurf.tech is our website. Here and on the top, what we're just showing is a sample of like what the experience will be like when the person is actually using the simulator. Again, it's an immersive experience, so people will feel like they're there. What I wanted to highlight is that it's going to be a full immersive experience. You're going to have the virtual reality glasses. You're going to have a base that moves up and down. That's going to be basically going to be where the board is, and it's going to have full swivel. And so like however you're pointing your board, however you're moving your board, it's going to be the same experience in the game. So you're going to be in the simulation space or in the virtual reality space. You will literally be moving as if you were there. There's going to be some aspects of resistance on the board. Specifically, when you're kite surfing, there is something called that we reference as a wind window. And so what that means is if you're like flying the kite in the air, it's important to transmit through the system that the kite will generate X amount of force based on the wind speed, the kite size, and your weight. So there's going to be an equation that will figure out like how much force the system needs to generate based on the current position in the wind window. We want to again make the simulation system come as close to reality as possible, minus the jump. The jump won't be possible just because the system won't fly, but we will perhaps be able to do some simulation of jumping within the game with safety. So let me just scroll down on the website here a little bit. So we want to invite you to be moved by the wind, even when you're tight on, like even when you don't have time. We still want to have something that allows you to experience kite surfing in some way. So a lot of times people, want to just perhaps like leave work and go do something fun. A simulation system like this one could be that fun way for you to experience kite surfing. And perhaps like we would love to be able to allow users to pull the weather, the wind speed from different locations in real time. So those are things that we also want to do if we have this simulation system. We are a bunch of kite surfing lovers, and we just want to share our passion with the world. We really want to spread this kite love and enable kite surfing for everyone, regardless of the weather conditions. And we're doing this because we like I said before, we live 72 years on average, and it's important that you have a lot of adrenaline in your life, that you have some happiness in your life, and we think that the sport can stimulate all of these things. So as I continue to scroll down, I just want to get to this section here where I talk a little bit about the features. So as I mentioned before, the wind window representation, you can see here that in this example, like we want to basically mimic what the wind window is going to be. So based on the kite position, what should be the force generated for the person. Newton's third law, action and reaction. So again, like if you pull on the bar, it closes the kite, and that generates more drag, and that perhaps like will pull the person forward. Motion of the ocean, it's important that the person is experiencing the ocean, the waves moving around, so that you know how to keep your balance and how to stay, floating as if you were in real life. And then the virtual reality experience, we want it to be immersive. So like if you're in the game, you'll be able to look around and you feel like you're there, without obviously being there, right? And then the sound experience. We want to make sure that you can hear the birds, you can hear the environment, you can perhaps like talk to other people around you. And if we can turn this into an online game, you perhaps will be able to talk to people who are kite surfing next to you online, right? And then the wind experience, we would love to be able to deliver an experience where we have some fans like blowing on like behind you, so you like feel again the sensation of being in the environment again. And what you can do here too, you can book ahead of time. You can kind of like reserve. If this comes out in the future, if we're able to build this with everyone's help, we would love to get people's interest at this point, so you can book. You can perhaps like book reservations now. And we're also doing an interview series where it's called Moved by the Wind, where we just want to know, like, if you are a kite surfer, we would love to know, like, what got you to want to learn the sport, and why did you do it. Everyone has a different story. I have mine, and I would love to hear yours. So you can reach out to, you can just like go to the interview section and get an interview, and then you can just fill out a simple form, and I'll be in touch with you. We also have a blog. The blog is basic for the moment, not a whole bunch of pictures, just a lot of text. But we're just excuse me, sharing some of the things that come to our mind, like how we think kite surfing can be impactful, and can help communities, what we're trying to do, what we're not trying to do, and whatnot. So check it out. All of this was built with a lot of love and a lot of thinking in mind. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me directly. My email address is gus at kitesurf.tech. I am the founder, CEO, and I have a really cool and smart group of people who are helping me make this a reality. Check out our Instagram. That's perhaps like the social media, Instagram and Meta. Those are the social medias we're most constantly active. We're also on LinkedIn, so if you want to professionally connect, check it out over there as well. I'm a little bit less on TikTok, but I post there every once in a blue moon. So check it out. But if you want to have the most often updates, just check out Instagram. That's where most of the updates show up. Thank you so much. Like I said in the video, I thank you very much for your time, because time is a precious commodity that you should spend on something that makes you happy. Take care for now. Bye-bye.